Welcome to the We Not Playing podcast. Thank you for joining us, everybody. It's the first episode. We're ready to go. We're ready to kick it off, get this thing started. Here you can find all your news on every sport, including boxing, even power slap. We got all the news about everything. And we'll talk a little bit about music and culture as well. I got Jason here.
You already know.
Hey. Then we got my man Wade.
What's up?
Hey man, let's get right into it, man. So July 19th, we got the Pacquiao versus Barrios. Pacquiao I don't want to, maybe I could say legend. He's definitely somebody that's been in the game in like four different decades. He's been boxing since the 90s. He's a vet, 46 years old, getting in the ring with Barrios. What you think about that, Jason?
All right, so I have a lot of thoughts about this. Number one, Manny Pacquiao is most definitely a legend. He's an incredible fighter, Hall of Fame fighter. I would say, even I could even put him pound for pound one of the greatest fighters that we've ever seen. Up there with the Sugar Ray Leonards of the world, the Marvin Haglers, the Tommy Hearns, the Roberto Durants. I would put Pacquiao, of course, Floyd Mayweather's. I put him in that conversation. Now, him coming back I think is a bad idea because so many boxers, as we've seen throughout the years, have so much trouble just walking away while they can still walk. You listen to Tommy Hearns talk today. Shout out to Tommy Hearns. Hopefully he'll watch the show at some point. You watch Tommy Hearns and you listen to him talk, you're like, bro, you should have walked away a little, maybe 10 fights before you did. And so it's sad to see these legends that can't give up the adulation, the crowd, all of that. And they want to continue in the sport. They hit the heavy bag and they're like, I still got it. Maybe they spar a little bit. They think they still got it. And then they go in there and they step a little too far into the deep water. I'll say this. He has a chance against Barrios. Even though I'm a big fan of Barrios, he has that heart of an Aztec warrior. But he's a very beatable fighter. But my question is, what's next? You beat Barrios. Do you fight Boots Ennis? Because then you have a chance of getting hurt in there. I remember Sugar Ray Leonard fought at the end of his career. He fought, I think it was Terry Norris. Now, if you look up Terry Norris, he had a very average career. Mm-hmm. But he nearly knocked Sugar Ray Leonard's eye out of the socket. Because Sugar Ray Leonard was past his prime but thought he could still do it. So I would like to see Manny Pacquiao sit up in the Philippines, sit in the Philippine Congress, in his mansion with his wife, chilling, doing other projects, doing philanthropy. He doesn't need to step back in the ring. He has nothing left to prove. He doesn't need the money, at least I don't think. And so what is he doing it for other than for his own ego?
Yeah, you're right. He's 46 years old. But he was a champion in four different divisions. But yeah, his last fight was in 2021. And then prior to that, he hadn't fought in 2 years. So, you think it's a difference in the age that will make a fight a different outcome, Wade? What's going on? Barrios is only 30 years old.
Yeah, I see that. Where they have a 16-year age difference. Like Jason said, I think it's kind of tough because I know how it is, like being a former professional athlete myself. It's just hard to let go. It's hard to walk away from the sport. But with boxing, it's a little bit different because you're getting hit in the head. Facts. You know what I mean? Like you said, we've seen so many boxers now. Like I was watching someone on TV the other day and Riddick Bowe was speaking, and it hurts me to hear him speak, man. And I used to see him all the time. Like he lived in Fort Washington. Right. I lived in Fort Washington. I grew up around here, so I used to see him like when he was in his prime when I was young all the time. And it just hurts it hurt to see him talking like slow and stuff like that. So, I think Pacquiao should be good though. I don't know what he do on his day to day, but I think he'll be ready for the fight. Just like with Tyson, I feel like it's just hard to let go. And for his country, they love it just like how we love when Mayweather came back. We loved the Mike Tyson fight. Even though it was a bad fight for Tyson, but we was excited about it, to see that fight. So I think it's good. I think it's good for him, But it's a little scary too because it is a big age difference, and he hasn't fought since you said 2021, right? Four
Yeah,
years.
yeah,
Hasn't taken a punch in 4 years that we know of. So
And the last time we saw him in the ring, I think it was against Udonis
right.
Ugas,
Yep.
and he didn't look like the old Pacquiao then. And I always tell people, I give people the same thing when it comes to boxing. And somebody who's done a little bit of it, I can tell you, what slows down first is not your hands. Your hands are still fast. What slows down is your feet. Like, you can't move. And one of the things that made Manny Pacquiao great was that lateral movement, side to side, in and out.
yeah,
If you've ever seen Manny Pacquiao's freaking calves, like they're like the size of my thigh. Like he has like enormous calves. So when he was bouncy, and then boom, he would come in. He's left-handed and all that. That made him great. The problem is now you don't have the same legs. That's how Ugas was able to find him. He wouldn't have been able to find a prime, Manny Pacquiao. We saw Ugas, I think, got knocked out by Errol Spence. He's not. He was a good fighter, but he wasn't great. And he beat Manny Pacquiao solidly. We saw Jeff Horn beat Manny Pacquiao, even though that was a questionable decision. It was closer than it would have been against a prime Manny Pacquiao. So
Yeah.
to me, I think he might be able to get past Barrios. Like I said, I'm a Barrios fan. I'm pro Barrios. I love the fact that he's like so in tune with his indigenous roots. He comes out in the Aztec outfits and all of that. But as a fighter, he's quite honestly, he's a gatekeeper. And
Hmm.
so someone like Pacquiao, with the experience Pacquiao has, with Freddie Roach back in his corner, he can beat Mario Barrios. But like I said, if pretty soon you got guys like Shakur moving up, you got Boots Ennis who's fighting at welterweight. You got some guys at 140 that'll probably move up. You think Teofimo Lopez wouldn't move up because there's an old Manny Pacquiao there? That's a name on your resume because when people Wikipedia you, all they see is you beat Manny Pacquiao. They don't think about the fact that Manny Pacquiao, like, what was it in Coming to America? Joe Louis is 75 years old. Like,
yeah.
they don't think about that. They just see you beat Manny Pacquiao. And
Hmm.
so, of course, Teofimo Lopez would be licking his chops, pause, in order to get at an old Manny Pacquiao. And, so I'm thinking down the road, it could get real dangerous for Manny Pacquiao. You've made your money, you're world famous, you're a hero to your people. You like doing, serving your people. Do that. Find fulfillment somewhere else other than in the ring. And like Wade said, I was never a professional athlete. I was a JV level athlete. But, it can be hard to walk away from things. If someone told me to walk away from teaching or to walk away from, what I do in media, that would be really hard. So I understand, but, knowing when to fold them is a talent. One of the things that's so great about Mayweather was he was like, I know I don't have it anymore. And he
Yeah.
walked away. And he just does, beats up MMA fighters.
Well, the funny thing is, you say knowing when to quit, but he actually already retired. So, one fight in 6 years, it does sound dangerous just getting back in the ring.
Yeah.
Especially you could be out of rhythm, and I don't know what type of shape he's in, but one fight in 6 years doesn't sound too good. But speaking of people in their prime, Shakur Stevenson, is he in his prime right now? He just won, defended the title, 24-0. Wade, you were at the fight. What did you see?
I think he definitely is in his prime right now. It was a different fight this go round. It wasn't more focused on defense. He was actually letting his hands go a little bit. So to me, it was a good fight. It was a good fight. The highlight of the night was the Berlanga fight, though. Fight after that for me, that was a fight. But the Shakur fight was good too.
Yeah. Look, I'll tell you, Shakur, as a pure boxing fan, and I think I said this to Bobby when we talked before, Shakur is a boxer. Berlanga is a tough guy who punches hard. And
Yeah.
those are two different things.
Mhm.
Now we going to the barbecue, we going to the club. Call Berlant, yo. I'll be like, yo, call Edgar. You know what I'm saying? We need him just in case. We going down
Yeah.
southeast, or
Yeah.
we going to Baltimore. We got to get Edgar because he's gonna be the guy last standing at the barbecue.
Right.
You know what I mean? But he's not a skilled boxer. Shakur, on the other hand, and if you're a boxing fan, you love Shakur. I was upset. I'm a big fan of Cam and Mace,
Mhm.
but when they were, clowning Shakur and saying, "Oh, he's a boring fighter," to me, like, if you really know boxing, he's really not boring. Like,
Yeah.
I will say he doesn't take risks. That's the only thing. Like, he doesn't take risks in situations where he has a guy hurt. Like, he'll just, continue to play it safe. But, I think Shakur, in my opinion, is number 2 pound for pound right now. I would go number 1. I would say is Inoue Inoue, the Japanese dude, and then Shakur, and then you got the Terrence Crawfords and the Canelos and the Bivals and all of them and the Usyks. But in terms of what they're doing right now, Inoue is Shakur who takes risks. You know what I'm saying? Because Inoue will get you up out of there. Like, but Shakur is a defensive fighter and he's a genius with it. And now he was defensive in the pocket.
Yeah.
Right.
So what puts Shakur over Terrence Crawford? Because is it him controlling the fight? Like, why would you put Shakur at number 2?
So the reason I would do this is because when I looked at the fight, and I'm a huge Bud fan, don't get it twisted, but when you look at Bud's fight against Madrimov, right? When he fought Madrimov, it didn't look like he knew how to, like, Madrimov is awkward, and it didn't look like he knew how to get himself going. I've never really seen that with Shakur. Shakur always baits guys in, always wins exchanges, always controls the distance, knows how to move. And I think, we haven't seen Shakur in a competitive fight in a while. Like, I mean, I guess the last fight was a little bit competitive because he made it that way.
Because he made it competitive. That's what.
Yeah. He didn't need to do that. Which right. I would tell Shakur, in your career, don't listen to the peanut gallery. You know what I'm saying? Don't listen to these casuals who come around and tell you to fight differently than you know how to fight. Go in there, dominate people, and do what you do. Maybe take a risk every now and again when you got a guy hurt. That's the only thing I would say.
And I would say because he changed his fighting style a little bit, he stumbled when he got hit with one of those shots. So, he definitely should stay away, to his game plan.
Zepeda can punch, though. Zepeda can throw.
Yeah, it was a good punch for sure. Yeah. All right, moving on. Jon Jones, retired, unretired. I mean, I feel like that was in the same week. So, I know why he unretired, but is that because the White House thing is coming up? They're hosting the UFC fight there. Wade, what do you think? I mean, should he stay retired? He's a 2-time champion.
Yeah, I think he should stay retired. There's no need to, again, kind of like what we said with Pacquiao. Just stay retired. Just enjoy your retirement. Enjoy life. There's no need to put yourself through that. There's no need to put yourself through that. You never know what can happen. But like, how it is. Like when you play sports, it's hard to walk away. And then he think it's a good opportunity for him. So.
Yeah, I mean, it's all about fighting at the White House, right, Jason? I mean, this is a big event.
Yeah, it's really whack to me to see all these really tough dudes go and like bow down in front of Trump. I think that's so weak. It's making the sport just whack. And it's funny because everybody was talking before when it was Kaepernick, keep politics out of sports. And now we got an event at the White House. Like, it's getting ridiculous. Everybody was like, oh, they're ruining the sport. I just want to watch the game. I don't want to see politics. And now we got UFC events at the White House? Like, it's crazy. So that's number 1. Number 2, Jon Jones doesn't want to fight um, what's his face, the freaking guy from England. He doesn't want to fight that guy because that guy's jujitsu is crazy, and the guy, his stand up is amazing, and he's young. And John Jones has pretty much admitted he doesn't want the smoke. And
Mhm.
I understand at this stage, and John Jones is not, Floyd Mayweather. He ain't been taking care of his body. We know what John Jones been doing with his body, for the past, you know what I'm saying? So it would probably, Wade is right. It would probably be smart for him to stay retired. But I think, again, he got the White House gassing him
Yeah.
and all that. And he's going to get in there with, I can't believe I'm forgetting dude's name, but he's going to get in with money. And I think he's in for a rude awakening.
Is this the first event at the White House? I know Dana White and Trump are close. Is this the first actual event at the White House?
Yeah, we don't need
First
sports
fight,
at the
yeah.
White House. We
Yeah.
don't need no sports at the White House. You know what I'm saying? We need teams to go there after they win.
They
But
win. Yeah.
there's no reason to have sports at the freaking White House. You know what I'm
mean,
saying?
they
Why don't
are
y'all do some real work?
they
Yeah.
are expecting up to 25,000 people to be there. So
Yeah,
somebody
I think
wants to see it.
I think that's why he's going. I think it's the White House, so it's like a once in a lifetime opportunity. You get to fight there, like you said, 25,000 people going to be there. So it's probably good for his brand. Come out of retirement, that's probably why he's thinking about doing it, even considering it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure he's, Dana's probably setting him up nice. He's probably getting a good 5-10 mil for it.
Yeah.
Tom
Especially-
Aspinall. Tom
Yeah,
Aspinall.
Tom Aspinall is. I was gonna
That's-
say,
that's
especially
who
if he's
he's-
going to fight Tom Aspinall, then yeah, that's some people's dream fight. So
I would love, honestly, how embarrassing would it be for a British dude to come along and whoop an American dude's ass at the White House? Like, that would be pretty embarrassing. So he better win that. You know what I mean? Because it's not going to look good otherwise.
right.
It's going to be a bad look. It's going to be similar to Berlanga losing in New York.
Yeah, straight up. Yo, the funny thing is, I think Berlanga's a good dude. Like, he was just trying to be hype, trying to be, how New York dudes are,
Yeah.
and found out he wasn't really built like that. You know what I mean? Because he's
Yeah.
not a boxer. He's a tough guy. You
Mhm.
know?
Underestimated the competition. It looked like.
Yeah. And that dude, again, another British guy, that
He can
dude, can fight. I was shocked. Did y'all see the conspiracy theory that he had, they were trying to say he had his raps loaded?
Nah, I
didn't
ain't
see
see that one. I
Yeah.
ain't see that.
It's ridiculous. Dude just,
But don't you have your trainer go watch them, put the gloves on or get your hands wrapped or whatever,
Yeah, check that. Yeah, check that.
yeah, for sure. And if he got away with loaded raps, that means his trainer wasn't doing his job.
Yeah. Doc is
Straight
back.
up. Straight up.
All right. So there's been some controversy in around the league of the WNBA. We all know that the WNBA players don't get paid as much as the NBA players, right? Now, Caitlin Clark, 338,000 over 4 years, which is about, I think she starts off the first year with 78,000.
Mhm.
How do you feel about that, Jason? I mean, I know you had something you wanted to say about it.
Well, I mean, Caitlin Clark is bringing a lot of eyes to the league, and I think everybody's salary is going to have to go up very soon because ESPN. When you go to ESPN.com, right, they usually put the most popular sports up there, and for the first time that I've ever seen in the featured sports, WNBA is up there.
Mhm.
And it's putting a highlight on a lot of actually great players and casuals and people who just watch Instagram highlights are starting to see, well, Caitlin Clark isn't the best player in the league. She may not even be top 10. She may not even be top 20 at this point because she's not playing well right now. I think based on the fact that she is the most popular player, you look at the jerseys, the jersey that sells out isn't Asia Wilson. It should be, but it's not.
Mm.
We don't live in a meritocracy. We live in a racist society. So, of course, Caitlin Clark's jersey sells out. It doesn't matter that she's 2 for 35 from three, that she's shooting 35%, that she's leading the league in turnovers. She is the draw.
On the road, that's how she's shooting 2 for 35.
Yeah, but she's shooting 29% from three, like for the season, and it's not really looking good for her. She is a little banged up, but everybody's banged up.
Yeah,
and I think it's getting eyes on people like Nafisa Collier. You're getting eyes on people like Asia Wilson, who's been an incredible player. You're getting eyes on the Breanna Stewarts, the Sabrina Ionescos. I've always had my eye on Kelsey Plum. I'll just say, because Kelsey Plum is Kelsey Plum. Yeah. But I think it's good that people are starting to recognize other players in the league, and that's only going to grow from here on out. She's going to be some people's favorite, but people who actually pay attention to the game, I think that's good. And she's probably worth even more than that.
She's definitely worth more than that. I mean, it's just a popularity contest. So, I mean, does she deserve the $28 million Nike deal, Wade? I mean, she is selling out jerseys.
Yeah. She deserved the $28 million Nike deal. I think she deserved to be on the Olympic team as well. I mean, I know it was her first year. But this is her second year too. So I think she's still adjusting to the game, like the physicality of the game. I think she's doing well. I think she deserved definitely more than $78,000 a year. But I get it. The NBA grosses $10 billion a year. WNBA is $200 million a year. So I get it. It's not enough money to go around for all the top players. But she do have the $28 million Nike endorsement. So I think she deserves it. I mean, she's changing the game. I mean, women not really dunking like NBA players. So the three has been something that everyone is starting to love, especially since Steph Curry changed the game with his three. Caitlin Clark is changing the game with her three on the women's side. So I think she deserves everything she's getting.
Well, she's got to hit them though. You know what I'm saying? I know. She got to hit them, and I'll say this, and we had this conversation. A lot of people have said this, so I'm certainly not the first to say it. But a lot of people thought she was Steph Curry, and she's actually Trae Young. You know what I mean? Okay. She's really not a great ball handler. She's not quick enough to get by a lot of ones. She really should be a 2, but she's undersized for the 2. Kind of like Trae Young. And she'll hit the 3 sometimes, and get on fire, but she's also streaky and inconsistent. So it's, I love the fact that she's brought so many eyes to the game. I think that's so important. And, she will always be known as a pioneer. But at some point, it's got to be a meritocracy, and it's got to be the best players get on, like the Olympic team. Like the Olympics should be for the players who are going to bring home the gold. Mm-hmm. Or, you just an OG like Diana Taurasi or all of them. They were on that Olympic team just because they're OGs. You know what I mean? And everybody's like, why not Caitlin Clark? And now we're seeing Caitlin Clark is just a good player right now. She's not a great player, There are other women that can play this game. And the game is super physical. So at first it was, why are they beating up on Caitlin Clark? Because that was the only player people were watching. But then when you watch Angel Reese getting thrown to the floor, I almost want to keep Angel Reese's name out my mouth because I don't want Shaq to threaten me.
Right.
But if this gets to Shaq, then we blowing up. What I'm saying? So I guess I would take a threat in that sense. But you see all these other players catching elbows, getting thrown to the floor. They be ready to scrap. And somehow people think she deserves some extra protection. The refs let them play. That's how the game is.
Yeah, what's the hate with it though? Like with her, I mean, even last year I watched a lot of her games, and I saw a couple of players just doing a little extra with her. Like, what's the hate for though? That's what I'm trying to figure out. What's the extra hate with Caitlin Clark for?
I don't think it was hate though. I think it was. Do you remember when what's the boy name? Lonzo Ball came in the league,
Yeah, yeah.
and
Pat
all
Bev.
of them were, the Pat Bevs of the world. All of them were just like, yo, we locking this dude down.
Yeah,
Why?
yeah,
Because his pops kept talking,
yeah.
and they
Right.
were like, yo, we gonna show him it's gonna be a welcome to the league moment. Everybody, even DeMarcus Cousins talks about playing against Tim Duncan and getting that welcome to the league moment. She got that. They were like, this ain't college. We don't just stand there with our hands up and just let you shoot
Yeah,
threes.
yeah.
Yeah.
We gonna get in your chest. We gonna guard you baseline to baseline. You know what I mean? And she recognized what Diana Taurasi said. Diana Taurasi was like, she's gonna recognize these are grown women. You know what I
Yeah, she
mean? It's
got
a
to get
different
stronger.
game.
For sure, she has to get a lot stronger. And I feel like her getting beat up like that, that's gonna make her stronger in 5 years. Like
Yeah.
3 to 5 years, she's gonna have that experience. She's gonna be getting banged up, and she's gonna adjust to the tempo of the WNBA game.
But that's true. But Wade, you are a professional athlete, so you know this, and I know this because I've tried to learn, and I never learned it. You can't teach speed, and I feel
Nah.
like she can't get by people. That's
Yeah.
why if you watch her, she throws her off arm out all the time on defenders. It's actually an offensive foul, but
Yeah.
refs don't call it, which is fine. But it's because she's not quick enough to blow by people. And so that's why she really shouldn't play the one. She should be JJ Redick, flying off of screens and catch and shoot.
Yeah.
But they have her as the primary ball handler. And I would argue, you could make a strong argument. I want to ask y'all what you think. She's not the best guard on her team. Kelsey Mitchell might be better than her. Aaliyah Boston, who's not a guard, but Aaliyah Boston, I would say, is definitely better than her right now.
Well, Kelsey Mitchell is the highest paid WNBA player. So yeah, that's why she deserves her money.
Yeah.
She's
She earns
balling.
it.
Yeah,
Um,
so you're talking about somebody who is the third best player on their team, but is the most popular person in the league, and that's a really interesting thing.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Politics, man. You know how the politic game go.
Yeah, well, we know what it's about. Come on, man.
yeah. Well, the key word there is popularity. You know what I mean? So we got when we spoke about OGs, we got OG Kevin Durant going to the Rockets. He's going to a team that was 52-30 last season. How's he going to mesh with these young guys? The whole roster's young. What do you think, Wade?
I think he's gonna do well with the Rockets. I would have liked to see him go somewhere else, like a contender. I don't really think the Rockets are a contender. I don't know. I don't know about the Rockets move. I feel like Harden did his thing at the Rockets. John Wall, Rockets. They all left though. KD at the Rockets. I would have liked KD to go to LA to the Lakers. That's what I was hoping for. I was hoping for that.
That would be ridiculous. You know what I'm saying?
I was hoping for that, man. I was praying that was going to happen. I didn't really like. I like KD in Brooklyn too, man. I don't like that he left Brooklyn. I don't think Phoenix was a good. It didn't really work out in Phoenix like we thought it would.
So you saying you wanted KD, Bron, Luca, AR? Like what?
Yeah,
And
They probably would have
DeAndre
to get
Ayton?
rid of AR for that.
can't get rid of AR though.
Nah, you can't get rid of AR. AR is a baller, man.
To get KD, they would have to. There's no way he can keep him on the squad.
Yeah.
I like the team. I like the bubble Lakers. That was my favorite Lakers. They shouldn't have got rid of Dwight and McGee.
That's the
I agree.
championship Lakers.
Yeah, and Rondo. Okay, I don't even think McGee and Dwight played this year. Like McGee wasn't even on the roster, was he?
Yeah. I think Dwight was in Taiwan or something like that.
Yeah, but he wasn't in the league though. Like, how you
Yeah.
get rid of them two? I know that's off topic, but I like KD. I like KD with the. I think KD gonna do good wherever he go. He gonna do good wherever. He gonna make all the players better. And that's a good record they had last year. That's a winning record. I think Green didn't show up in the playoffs at all, which hurt that team. But I think he'll be good. He'll be good with the Rockets. But I would have liked him to go somewhere else where he can win, because I know he's trying to get one more before he's done.
Yeah. I mean, Jalen Green had a good season. I mean, he was averaging 21 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. But I mean, everybody on that team was doing pretty good.
Hey,
Playoffs,
hey,
playoffs.
Bobby, what do you? I mean, so what do you think about the rumors? Because I know the rumor that I heard. This is where we get into the culture element.
Hmm.
Rumor that I heard was that Ime Udoka, you know what I'm saying, was texting with Drea, whatever her name is, Drea Mitchell or
Michelle,
whatever.
Yeah.
Michelle.
Yeah. So he was texting with her, and that's where there was a fallout, and that's why they traded Jalen Green away.
Damn,
Wow.
that's terrible. I ain't hear that one.
Yeah. Well, Ime, yo, I wouldn't trust that dude. You know what I'm saying?
He young, man. He like us. Yeah,
Yeah, he like he trying to, you know what I'm
he
saying?
young.
He see a John that he like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? He gonna go at her.
Yeah,
So
that's tough. I didn't know that. You know, he only like 22, right?
yeah,
Jalen Green only 22.
yeah. But
Yeah,
what's her
he
name?
is.
Is like
Yeah,
40.
yeah, she
What's
40.
Shorty?
Yeah.
You know, Drea.
All right, y'all been
So
watching the NBA Summer League
a little bit, catching a
a little
little
bit.
bit.
I
You
know
know,
they shut Cooper Flag down. He was balling though.
No, he was balling. He was hooping. I was excited to see him play summer league, and after 2 games, they decided to sit him down, which I think is smart. They don't want him to get hurt.
yeah, yeah. It's not worth it
Well,
at
yeah,
Nah,
that point.
especially with him being a Duke player. You don't want,
exactly,
you know what I'm saying? They got a history of getting hurt when they get to the league.
exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I think Cooper Flag. I love the matchup with Bronny because I think it showed that Bronny has some heart. You know what I mean? And like,
Mm.
if you are athletic and you have heart, that'll take you a long way. And you're hardworking, that'll take you a long way. And
Yeah,
I really believe I've always been a Bronny supporter, but I really believe that Bronny, when he played against Cooper Flag, and Cooper Flag, who's damn near twice his size, was trying to back him down and he wasn't moving him. That's when I was like, yeah, even more than a couple of the threes and the dunks and all of that. It was, him up against Cooper Flag, the number one draft pick. Everyone's already got the crown on his head. And Bronny was like, nah, I'm not giving you an inch. And I thought that was
Yeah.
dope.
What about that dunk, Johnny Furphy?
yeah, that dunk was crazy. That was
Yeah,
a crazy
yeah,
dunk. That was a crazy dunk. He got bounced.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he got bounced. I mean, that's the highlight of the summer league so far. But I
Most definitely.
mean, he only averaged 2 points, 1 rebound last year with the Pacers.
Yo, who was the boy who like faked and then the guy jumped? I think he had dribbled down the court and he had faked the shot. The guy jumped and then he bounced it off his leg, off his
I saw
calf,
that. Too. I saw
Yeah,
and
I
it
that.
saw
Too.
that.
came
I
up.
saw that.
That
He
was,
ain't mean to do that. They try to act like he meant to do that. I don't think he meant to do that.
I think he meant to do that.
He meant to do
Yeah,
that.
Yeah, he
I
meant to do
think.
it. Yeah. That
Oh
was
Yeah,
that
yeah,
was intentional.
that was a
yeah,
perfect pass to himself. Then.
yeah. I mean, he was trying to keep his. He didn't have a dribble because he had
Yeah,
dribbled up the court. He stopped. Dude went for the block. He held it, and then
yeah,
boom, went off
made it.
his.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
You can tell Bronny been working though this summer. He look a lot better. You could tell he getting his confidence up. He look a lot better. He look stronger. He looked more confident out there. I'm glad they put him on the summer league this summer because he looked a lot better than last year. He had some spurts last year where he looked good. Sometimes he didn't look good. But I think he looked good though.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, well, the summer league's wrapping up this weekend. The semifinals start Saturday, and then
Okay.
the championship game should probably be Sunday. Now, trending topic: Uno coming to Vegas. What we thinking, y'all? So I should probably say this. I know what the hype is. Like, okay, we all gonna be killing it. Everybody plays Uno, especially in their backyard, barbecues, cookouts, whatever you want to call it. But we got to mention that it's not going to be a gambling game. It's coming to the Palm Resort, and it's more of a enthusiastic person thing. What do y'all think about that?
Um, I think that's different. I think it's just more fun. I don't. It's not gambling like you said. So I think it's just like some fun, something for fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yo, when Wade, when you in town, Bobby, when you stop being lazy, y'all need to come to my crib. We have some serious Uno games up in this joint. On game night, just bring your lady or somebody's lady,
Hmm.
and you know what I'm saying. We do it for game night. You know,
I ain't, I
we
ain't,
play. There's this thing called Uno. Like I forgot what it's called, but it's like, let's say I get a draw 4. If I have a draw 4, I can make Bobby draw 8, and then it goes down to the point where, and if Bobby has a draw 4, he can make you draw 12. You know
Damn.
what I mean? To the point where it gets to like people drawing, you know, 28 cards. You know what I'm saying?
Well, if I'm gonna be playing at your house, I need special amenities. That's what these enthusiasts are getting when they play in the casino. If you don't have that, I'm not coming.
All right. All right. Well, you just let me know.
I ain't played Uno in so long, man. So long. I got to get a refresher. I ain't played Uno since I was probably elementary school.
I'd rather play spades. I'm
I'm a
not.
Tonk guy. I play Tonk.
Yeah.
Dunk's cool.
Nah.
Dunk's cool.
Spades, you know what I'm saying?
Damn, I don't know. I play
It's in our DNA, you know what I mean? Whenever I met a black person who doesn't play spades, I'm like,
I
yo,
don't
that's
know.
where
I
you
Wait.
play,
grew up.
they,
Just
they
wait.
they they always had card parties at my crib growing up, but I never played. Always been Tonk and casino. Always been a Tonk guy.
My dad played bid whist. I was like, what is this? You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I never played
Apparently,
this.
that was the black game before spades became the black game.
Hmm.
What's it called again?
Bid whist.
Big Whist.
Bid whist.
Oh, Bid Whist. Okay, got you.
I thought it was hearts. I never played
Nah,
that game, but I remember a lot of people playing hearts back in the day.
Yeah,
yeah, nah, I think it's bid whist is.
I like them $5 Tonk games,
Oh, you playing for money?
$10 Tonk games.
They
Yeah,
should bring that
Oh,
to the casino.
yeah. But when you playing with a group of people, you know when you about to lose. Like you know when people start dropping, you know you gonna lose. But that's the
Hmm.
tricky thing about it. Once you got your money up, you already know you lost it. Once people start dropping because they only got 2 cards left in their hand.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Well, all right, fellas. That's it. That's all we got for today. Um, I appreciate y'all, jumping on and talking sports. Uh, Next time, Power Slap 14 is coming up. Anybody paying attention to the Power Slap? Did you see Power Slap 13? It was a lot of knockouts. You should check it out. Y'all see any of it?
See it
yo, they should do backhand, pimp style. You know what I mean?
yet? Oh
Nah,
man.
man, they not ready for all of that, man. You making it? They trying to gentrify things, and you trying to make it.
Man, you don't know what to expect from that power slap. You don't know how your face gonna react to that. You don't know. That's the
You have no
mystery about
idea.
it. You don't know how hard they're gonna slap you. You don't know how your face gonna take it. Pause. You don't know. So
Yeah,
Yo, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think power slap is probably the dumbest thing. I'm gonna keep it real. You know, I think it's so dumb. You just stand there and get hit. Like you don't get to defend yourself. It's just like, how can we give people brain damage? You know what I mean? Like
mm,
it's ridiculous. You know, but it can be entertaining. So I kind of get it.
yeah,
it's
yeah.
very entertaining, especially with the knockouts. I mean, the fight coming up is a big one. It's for the title. You got Damian Dembele, versus the Boom. So it should be a good fight. I mean, not a fight, sorry, because
Yeah.
they don't get to fight. You just
How
get
do
to,
you how do you
take turns
practice
hitting
for
each
that though?
other.
Like, how do you what do you do? What type of workouts are they doing to prepare that? Like, what are they doing? They just showing up? Like,
Bunch
are
of
they
wrist
doing like the
exercises,
hump neck, something like
forearms.
boxers do? What are they doing?
Flies. You know what I'm saying?
Flies?
You might do some flies or a lot of core stuff because it's
I'm talking
twisting.
okay, but I'm talking about to prepare your face for it.
Oh,
Like, what are they doing to get ready for that? They just showing up,
you
just
know,
Letting
box.
their wife and girl smack them. I guess I don't know.
You know, boxers like chew stale gum, like get a
okay, yeah,
like 7 pieces of gum and chew it just to make their jaw strong. I don't
okay,
know that it does anything,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
but if you ever seen Floyd, he's always chewing on a big wad of stale gum.
Okay, got you,
You know,
Yeah.
got you. That makes sense.
Well, make sure y'all tune in this weekend so we can talk about it.
yeah, no doubt.
All right,
Appreciate y'all.
fellas.
Show
Thank you for
out.
the first episode of We Not Playing. Appreciate y'all.
All right, we'll see y'all next time.